Everything in your life is changing, constantly. Your position, your speed, your temperature, your bank account, your motivation, even when you think nothing is happening. Change is everywhere. But here's the weird part. Most of the time, things don't change at a constant rate. They speed up, slow down, curve, hesitate. So the real question isn't what is happening. The real question is, how fast is it changing right now? To answer that, we're going to invent calculus. Don't worry, it already exists. We're just going to pretend we don't know it yet. Let's start simple. Imagine a line. I know, not very exciting. A line is basically defined by one thing, how steep it is. If you pick 2 points on a line, say this one and this one, you can measure that steepness by asking 2 questions. How much did we go up and how much did we go over? That's rise over run. Change in y over change in x. The slope. And the nice thing about a line is that no matter which 2 points you pick, the slope is always the same. That's what makes it a line. But reality is rude. Most things are not straight lines, they curve. And once curves enter the picture, slope stops being a single number. Suddenly, the steepness depends on where you are. So instead of calling it slope, we give it a new name, average rate of change. On average, between this point and this point, how fast is y changing compared to x? Visually, the easiest way to think about this is to connect the 2 points with a straight line. That line cuts through the curve, and it has a slope. That slope is the average rate of change between those 2 points. This line even has a fancy name. It's called a secant line, and as you move the points around, you'll notice something interesting. The slope of that secant line keeps changing. Sometimes it's steep, sometimes it's shallow, sometimes it's negative. Now here's where things get interesting. What if we don't want the average rate of change? What if we want the rate of change at a single instant? This is like asking for the speed of a car at one exact moment, not the average speed over 5 seconds, not the speed between 2 frames, the speed right now, instantly. Okay, how do we do that? Well, we cheat. We start with 2 points, just like before, one at x and another one very close by. Let's call the distance between them h. The second point is at x plus h. We draw a secant line between them and calculate its slope. That slope is the average rate of change. Nothing new so far, but now we start shrinking h. We slide the second point closer and closer to the first. As h gets smaller, the secant line starts rotating. It begins to hug the curve more tightly. And if we keep going, if we make h ridiculously small, something amazing happens. The secant line turns into a tangent line, a line that touches the curve at exactly 1 point. And the slope of that line is no longer an average. It's instantaneous. It's the rate of change at that exact point. This slope has a name. We call it the derivative. Now you might be wondering, why all this drama with h? Why not just set h equal to 0 from the start? Great question, because if h is 0, then both points are the same point. And when you try to compute the slope, you end up dividing by 0. So calculus does something clever. It says, we're not going to let h be 0. We're going to let it approach 0, get arbitrarily close, so close that the difference is meaningless, but not 0. That idea is called a limit, and this is the core trick of calculus. We avoid division by 0 without giving up the exactness we want. Let's see this in action with a real example. Take the function f of x equals x squared, a simple parabola. We want to know the slope of the tangent line at a point. Let's do this symbolically, so we can find the slope at any point. The average rate of change between x and x plus h is f of x plus h minus f of x, all over h. That's our secant slope. Now we plug in the function. F of x is x squared. F of x plus h is x plus h squared. Expand that, and you get x squared plus 2xh plus h squared. Subtract x squared, and the x squared terms cancel out. What's left is 2xh plus h squared, all over h. Now factor h out of the top. You get h times 2x plus h divided by h. The h's cancel. And look at that, there's no division by 0 anymore. We can finally let h go to 0. When we do, the expression becomes 2x. That's the derivative of x squared. This means something very powerful. It means the slope of the curve at any point x is just 2 times x. At x equals 1, the slope is 2. At x equals 3, the slope is 6. At x equals -1, the slope is -2. And that's what a derivative really is. It's an answer to a very specific question. How fast is this changing right now? Velocity is the derivative of position. Acceleration is the derivative of velocity. Optimization problems? Derivatives. Growth, decay, stability, control systems, physics, engineering, economics, machine learning, all of it runs on this idea. Once you understand derivatives, you stop looking at the world as static values. You start seeing motion, change, direction. You stop asking, where am I? And start asking, where am I going and how fast? And that's calculus. If this made something click, stick around. This is just the beginning.